Tell them where they might have heard your thing.
Goodness. Oh, I mean, I've done a lot of records. I've worked with a lot of great people. Some great people that you may have heard me work with. I don't know, Eric Bellinger, Naija, Summer Walker.
Yeah.
Most recently, I did a great record for a kid named Jadon with 310 Baby. If y'all love that record, some really great legends like Lettucey and John Legend and Robert Glasper and Jennifer Hudson. And I'm just very grateful to have collaborated and worked with some great people.
So, girl, for real. But then you've also stepped in front of the mic yourself and released music as BB. Yes. How does it feel to go from kind of doing the Money Long thing and going from the songwriting to stepping into your own and like in front of the mic? How has that transition been?
Oh man, shout out to Money Long too, because I'm very proud of her. Just watching a lot of my peers transition, and I feel like it's more of a graduation for us, and an evolution as a creative, right? So for me, the experience has been that, just evolving, I mean, we are music, we are art, and so for me, it's been a little rough, I'd say, in terms of like, when you do something really well, people want more of it, right? If you make a pizza really well, they're like, I want this pizza. And you're like, no, but I make chicken now. They're like, no, we want your pizza. So for like me as a writer, a lot of songwriters, they still want us to write music, and I am still writing music, but now I'm just writing for myself.
How, like, being that you've worked with so many artists, how does writing for someone else compare to writing for you? Is there a difference? Yeah.
You have to kind of step into their shoes and like put yourself in their world. And I feel like for me, I do a really good job of like really immersing myself in that person's like world and what they got going on. And even just spending time with them sometimes outside of the studio, to get to know like what's going on in their life, to be able to write what's true and authentic for them.
What are some of the things that you'd maybe ask, like let's say Jadon, who we just had in. Shout out Jadon, we let you kid.
Shout out Jadon.
What the hell? In that, like thinking of that session specifically, what would be some of the questions that you would ask him to like kind of get in his 70-year-old brain to pen out? I
mean, I feel like with an artist like Jadon, who is, he's young and he's just starting out with like, possibly like dating and, he's in school. You want to put yourself in like, where were you when you were dating in high school? Where were you when like you had your first dates or your first boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever? And so, even for myself, I stay on like TikTok and Twitch and, I'm outside. I'm outside.
To the streets.
Ear to the streets, period. Just to be able to like, know what's going on and like just really take myself back to that time. Not that I'm like, like it's been a long time, but at the same, with him, like it was more so you're singing about love, but also it's young love. It's your first love. And what does that feel like? It feels young. It feels fresh. It feels, it's light. Yeah, it's light. We keeping it light. We keeping
puppy
it
love.
light. Yeah, puppy love. We keeping it cool.
But it feel real. It feel real,
right? And so that's like kind of where my head was in that space.
What about an artist who's like older, more established, and is going for something that reflects that? Like, are there? I guess I'm wondering, like, what specific questions are you asking in that studio session to pull?
I feel like each question is a little bit different for the artist. Right. I would say questions like, where are they in the space now? Are they, like for instance, if they're in a relationship or not? If they are, I know there's an artist that I was working with who was like, okay, me and my partner have been together for a long time. And, I want my music to reflect that. I want my music to reflect like that I've been in this relationship for a long time and that I'm like proud of how long we've lasted and things like that. There's certain like topics that they want to talk about, And so then you have to kind of put yourself in that position and be like, how can I say this? How can I create this with this artist in a way that is authentic to them, but also relatable to the masses? And that's where the special, the hits come in. That sauce come in, yeah.
Okay, now thinking about writing for yourself, what does that studio session look like and sound like?
Chaos. Chaos and calamity, Jesus. Chaos and a mess, okay? I am an artist like everybody else. I'm sensitive about my shit.
Period. Word to Badu.
Right, word to Badu. I feel like for me in the studio now, writing for myself is much more honest. I'm just honest. Like I'm much more honest in where I am, and even taking and pulling from myself. But I have now started to think for like even for my new album, which is called Palette Cleanse.
Okay.
Which is cleansing,
A little piece of ginger.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, cleanse the palate. I feel like when I'm writing for myself, it's more, what do I want to say to girls? What do I want to say to the young women? Like, what do I want them to take from the lessons that I've learned in my life with love, life, relationships, growth, and just everything that I've had to experience. And so that's what I've been putting into my music lately.
I love that.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
shout out Kelly. Are there any, I'm sure that you get this question all the time, but have you ever written something for another artist and then was like, damn, should have kept that in the tuck?
No.
Mm-mm. Okay.
And you know what's crazy? I've gotten that question. I get that question all the time. Like for real. I get that question all the time. People always ask me that. And like, and this is like I promise you, when I go into a studio session, I'm not, I'm in servitude. And I've said that I'm in servitude of that particular artist. And so I'm not thinking of myself.
Okay.
I'm thinking about them. So I never go in like, I wrote the most craziest record. I want to, It's like, nah, like I wrote this for them. This is,
A vessel.
Yeah, I'm a vessel to like to be used,
Eric Bellinger had a similar answer to that. Like he was like, I've never written something for somebody and been like, I should have kept that. Because everything that it was supposed to
It was supposed to, yeah.
Right,
That's how
right.
I feel. Like it totally was for them. I'm even like thinking and singing and with inflections and like everything that's coming down, just it's for them. And the other flip side of that is I can write another song.
The hits don't stop, baby.
The hits don't stop.
Baby,
R&B,
hustlers don't stop.
R&B. We're gonna get some more
going.
records. Like we're gonna have more fun. We're gonna create more.
Period.
So, I live in an abundant mentality. No lack mindset. So, I have an abundance mindset. So I'm always like, oh, I can write another song.
Period.
Yeah.
The idea is gonna keep flowing. What's the weirdest or most random moment that sparked like a hit song?
Oh my gosh. My friend sat on my cat and killed my cat.
Wait. Rewind. Your friend what?
My friend like laid down on my cat and then my cat died. He crushed my cat.
And that sparked a hit song? Or wait, like what's the that's nuts. However, did a song come from that moment? I'm confusion.
What you mean?
The question was
No, I know.
what's the weirdest moment that sparked an idea for a hit song? And you telling me,
yeah, and
Okay,
then I went,
so-
and then I had a studio session that day.
right? So then, did you sing about the dead cat? Like,
No, I went to the studio right after that, and I wrote a song for an artist, and it ended up landing.
and the song
it-
had nothing to do with the dead cat moment,
My cat died.
right?
And then
R.I.P. Kitty.
And I know R.I.B. His name was Reverend. I know, because he had like a little white patch right here, like a
Was it a
collar, and he
black
all
cat?
black.
Oh.
He was so cute.
I got a cat too. I'm a cat mommy.
Really?
My baby's name is Whiskey Tango Fox.
Okay.
Clock that. That's my baby. He a little brown tabby cat.
Oh my gosh.
But if somebody sat on my cat and killed it, one, I'm not going to the studio because now you're dead and I'm. What are we talking about?
Not locked up. Locked up, won't let you out. Not locked up.
I'm gonna need that little remote from Black
Black
Mirror. Different reality.
Listen, shout out to Black Mirror. Cause,
Okay, so
No.
you went to the studio.
Yeah, so then I went to
And-
the studio because I needed to go to the studio.
Right.
And like,
What song came
should
from that day?
I even tell this? I don't know if I should tell this story.
I don't see. We in it now.
No, we're not in it.
We in it.
No, we're not in it. We're going to scratch
Cat
it. We're
dead, R.I.P. Reverend.
No,
And then you go to the
we
studio
gonna-
and you did what?
No,
Come
we're not
on,
going
we
to scratch
already
it.
there.
No, we're going to do this one. We're going part 2.
We already there. We already in it.
We gonna scratch it.
That's crazy.
No, I'm not even gonna give you the song.
You gonna do that to me?
I'm gonna tell you off camera. I got you.
That's crazy.
I got you. I got you.
Crazy.
I got you. But there have been things that have happened. That was one of the things that happened.
Okay.
In terms of records,
Okay.
in terms of strange things that have happened that have led to successful placements in songs and different things like that. But yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the craziest thing though, for sure.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna tell you what song it is, but it did lead to me writing a record I had a session with an artist that day, and I ended up writing a record that day, and it ended up getting placed on that artist album. Major artist, yeah.
What letter does the artist start with? No.
I'm gonna say it again.
The mic picked it up. I ain't picking it
okay,
up. These ears did it, but the mic is hot. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, okay. We gonna put a little caption.
Yeah, we're gonna put a little caption on that.
Okay. Since you've been in the game for a while, how have you seen things shift in the industry?
Oh man, I feel like everything is accessible now. You know, in a great way. Mm-hmm. Like I look at the glass half full. Like you can, reach out to your favorite artist. You can reach out to your favorite executive. You can reach out to incredible platforms like R&B Only. Period. And you can really, and most importantly, you can reach out to your fans. Gain a lot of fans, gain a lot of traction. And I think that's incredible now. There's not as much gatekeeping as there used to be. I think we are also in a super collaborative time with everybody collaborating with each other. And I think that's important. And for me, I also think like it's just a time for us to try new things. Yeah. You can try as many things as you want to without being judged. Sure. You can wear many hats and be multi-hyphenate and it'd be okay, right? Because, imagine like back in the day if like, we had like Whitney and she was doing a cooking show and she was doing this and she was doing that and she was doing this. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have that back in the day, Now we're able to do more as artists, just kind of multifaceted. Yeah, be super multifaceted. Yeah.
R&B Only Live is a show that will take you on a journey of R&B music from past, present, and future. We bring together the best of the genre with our all-female DJs, talented hosts, and electrifying energy all night long. Get tickets to the tour now at rnbonly.com/calendar and vibe with a room full of R&B lovers.